Happy New Year. Hope you found time to relax during winter break and that you are refreshed and ready for second semester. Just as we began the school year, I'd like to take a few minutes to reflect on the importance of relationships in our work. It is through authentic connections between staff and students that we have the greatest impact. When we understand each other, we value each other. When we value each other, we trust each other. That trust allows us to take risks in learning because we know we are there to support each other. That trust allows students to believe they have a place in our classrooms, in our schools, in our community, and in our world. That trust allows them to take chances, to make mistakes, and to learn. What's your story? The theme that carried through the first semester and that will continue to expand upon in the coming months is aimed at helping build these kinds of relationships with students. When we care enough to ask what makes a student unique and what they are passionate about, we get a glimpse into who they are as a person. What we learn from asking about their story can help us understand what makes them tick. When we care enough to ask and listen, they know we value them. They are willing to take a few more risks, to try something new, to dive more deeply into rigorous learning because they know we will support them on their educational journey. Back in November, I asked my student advisory groups across the district to help us gather and tell the stories of their classmates and staff. Throughout the second semester, they will be interviewing and sharing these stories on the newly redesigned website. To get the ball rolling, we gathered 3 stories that I'd like to share with you now. In fact, the inspiration for our first story came during the joint advisory meeting when students were asked to take part in the project. Sandberg senior Marita Hearn was asked by her classmates to bake a cake based on the theme, What's Your Story? We took a few minutes to ask Marita to share her story. Let's take a look.
So I've been baking ever since I've been 10 years old. I went to my Scholastic book fair one year, and everyone was looking at like the reading books, and I was always over in the cookbook section, and there was this one book called Hello Cupcake that I bought, and it had like just like unique ways of like decorating cupcakes, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the entire world. And baking is the one thing where when I'm stressed, I can like go and bake and just like feel good. Especially like when my dad passed away and all this stuff, like I would use baking as my like therapy. And I know like I'm very like confident and like this is like my talent and it is my passion.
I'm happy to share that after this event, Marita learned that she has been accepted to Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island. She earned the Presidential Academic Scholarship to her #1 choice in schools to pursue her dream. Another great student story I'd like to share is that of Stagg High School junior Peter Gordon. His passion for butterflies began as a small child reading a picture book and has transformed into the creation of a non-for-profit organization, Homes for Monarchs. Check this out. Peter is a remarkable young man who has truly taken his passion to great heights. In fact, He is hosting a ConX, a free conservation expo, on Saturday, January 12th at Stagg, including more than 40 local organizations such as Brookfield Zoo and the Audubon Society, promoting community awareness, nature protection, and human health. And finally, there's Andrew High School senior Corlin Leonard and his passion to both produce music and establish a nonprofit organization that serves the homeless in our community. Take a look.
Music is my life. I just love performing. I love playing piano and guitar and also composing music literally from my computer. And one of my dreams is to be like an audio engineer. And the reason why I want to go into this industry is because it fits my passion. I've always said to myself that it's not really about me. And I've always been that person that just wanted to look out for other people and just inspire other people. Like, that's just me, because I've been inspired by my parents. I've been inspired by my faith and my spirituality. So that has really kind of molded me, and it's really kind of, just changed my life. So I feel that if I can take those particular traits and kind of emulate them in my approach to help other people, then I know that I've done a great job. So I don't really do it for what I can get. I just do it for what I can give to them. So.
At a school board meeting last semester, Corlin was honored for being selected to the Illinois State Board of Education Student Advisory Council. And at that meeting, Corlin was sure to thank his mom for what he said, being with me since the beginning. Seeking out these stories was an intentional act to get to know our students better. And I'm jealous of the opportunity most of you have each day to interact with students and to build relationships. Those relationships can help students achieve their dreams. And as we learned at the S4 Summit, navigating the pressures facing teens, taking time to pause and learn their story can help students as they face the sometimes challenging pressures of being a teen. Whether they are struggling with academic pressures, alcohol, drugs, depression, or anxiety. When we take the time to listen to their story and to connect them with the resources available at our school and in our community, we make a difference. Throughout second semester, we will be bringing the message of the S4 Summit directly to staff through a series of professional development opportunities. I hope you will join us for these informative sessions aimed at better preparing us all to assist students and connect them with resources. Each of us has a story. This semester, I challenge each of us to be intentional in seeking out a story of a student. Take a few minutes to reflect on the students you see each day. Identify one who you may not know very well yet. Create an opportunity to ask them what makes them unique. What are they passionate about? And then use what you learn to build a relationship with them. I'm confident that through that relationship, you will see a difference in their life. And through that one relationship, you will see just how powerful understanding their story can be. Please join me in asking, what's your story?